Hello, and welcome to Daily English Whisper. I'm Max, and I'm really glad you are here with me today. Take a slow breath in and slowly breathe out. Good. This is your moment to slow down and connect with English in a calm and simple way. Today's episode is a very special one. We are going to practice English with daily listening and shadowing, step by step. And my promise to you is this: by the end of this episode, you will feel more comfortable listening to English and more confident speaking simple sentences in your daily life. Not perfect English, not fast English, real English. The kind of English you can use every day. Maybe your day is already full. You wake up, you check your phone, you go to work or school, you come back home, and you feel tired. And somewhere in your mind, there is a small voice that says, I want to improve my English. But then another voice says, not today, I don't have time. Or maybe, I try, but I forget everything. Or even worse, I feel nervous when I speak. If you feel this, I understand you. Really, because learning a language is not only about words, it's about emotions, it's about confidence, it's about how you feel when you open your mouth and try to say something new. And many people believe something that is not true. They think, I need to study for many hours to improve, or I need to live in another country. But this is not the real secret. The real secret is much simpler, and maybe a little surprising. You don't need more time. You need more connection with English every day. Small moments, simple contact, again and again and again. That is how your brain starts to change. That is how English starts to feel natural. Not in one big moment, but in many small moments. So here is the big idea for today. You can build your English with small daily actions that fit inside your real life. Not outside your life, inside your life. While you walk, while you wait, while you rest, while you live. And slowly, without stress, without pressure, English becomes part of you, not something you study, something you use, something you feel. And today, we will start that process together, step by step, with calm, with clarity, and with patience. You don't need to rush. You just need to stay. Stay with the process. Stay with the practice. Stay with yourself. And I will guide you. Let's begin. Together. Now, let me ask you something simple. What is shadowing? Maybe you have heard this word before. Maybe it feels new. That's okay. Let's understand it. Together. Shadowing means you listen, and then you repeat. You follow the speaker like a shadow. Not too fast, not too perfect, just close. You hear the sound and you try to copy it. Step by step, word by word. This is very powerful for you. Why? Because you are not only learning English in your head, you are training your ears, your mouth, and your confidence at the same time. You start to feel the rhythm of English. You start to feel how sentences move. And slowly, your voice becomes more natural. Not perfect, but real. And that is what we want. Now, I will show you how to do it. Very simple. First, you listen. Second, you repeat. Third, you don't stop, even if it feels difficult. And remember this. You do not need to understand every word. You just need to stay with the sound. Stay with the flow. Let's try a small practice together. Listen first. I practice English every day. Now, repeat after me. I practice English every day. Good. Let's go a little slower. I practice English every day. Now you try. Very nice. Another one. Listening helps me feel more confident. Listen again. Listening helps me feel more confident. Now repeat. Listening helps me feel more confident. Good. And one more. I am improving step by step. Listen. I am improving step by step. Now you. I am improving step by step. Perfect. And listen carefully. If you feel slow, that is okay. If you feel unsure, that is okay. If you make mistakes, that is okay. This is not a performance. This is practice. You are building something inside you, a habit, a daily connection with English. And this habit, even if it is small, will grow, little by little, day by day. And one day, you will notice something different. You will understand more. You will speak more easily. You will feel more calm, because your brain will say, "This is not new anymore." And that is the magic of shadowing. Simple, daily, powerful. Let's continue together. Now, let's talk about the main question. How can you really become more fluent with daily English in your real life? Not in a perfect life, not in a quiet life, not in a life with many free hours. In your real life, maybe you often say things like, "I want to learn English, but I'm too busy. I listen to English, but I forget it later. I know some words, but when I want to speak, my mind goes blank." Or maybe this one feels very familiar. "I start with energy, and then I stop." These feelings are very common. You are not lazy. You are not bad at languages. And you are definitely not the only person who feels this way. Many learners think fluency comes from big effort, long study sessions, or perfect motivation. But that is not how it usually works. Real progress often comes from something much quieter, a simple routine, a small action, a daily return. You do not need to wait for the perfect time. You do not need to feel ready first. You do not need to speak without mistakes. You just need to begin where you are, and then begin again tomorrow. That is why today's episode is so important. Because we are not talking about a dream. We are talking about a method you can actually use. A method that fits inside a normal day. A method that works even if you feel shy. Even if you live far from English-speaking people. Even if your day is full of messages, noise, work, traffic, cooking, cleaning, and tired moments, English can still live inside that day. It can be part of your routine. It can grow quietly. So now, I'm going to share several simple ways with you. Not difficult ways. Not boring school-style ideas. Real ways. Practical ways. Ways you can use while you are doing other things. Ways that help English move from something separate to something present. Something alive in your day. You will see that fluency is not one big door. It is many small doors. And every small door opens with one action. One listening moment. One repeated sentence. One small habit. One more try. So as we continue, I want you to stay relaxed. You do not need to memorize everything. Just listen. Take what helps you. And notice which ideas feel right for your life. Also, If this episode is helping you and you want more calm English practice like this, you can like the video. That small action helps the channel. And it also tells me that this kind of English practice is useful for you. And stay with me until the end, because the last idea is one of the most important. It is small, but it can change the way you live with English every day. All right, take another slow breath and let's move into the first simple way. Way number 1. Build small listening moments into your day. Not one long session, not one perfect hour. Small moments. Why is this important? Because your brain learns better with frequent contact. Short, repeated, natural contact. If you only listen once in a while, your brain forgets. But if you listen a little every day, your brain starts to recognize patterns. Sounds become familiar. Words feel less strange. English starts to feel normal. Now, how can you do this in real life? Let's imagine a simple moment. You are waiting for something. Maybe your coffee, maybe a message, maybe a bus. Instead of checking your phone again, you play a short English audio. Just 1 or 2 minutes. You listen. You don't try to understand everything. You just stay with the sound. Another moment. You are walking somewhere, not a long walk, just a few minutes. You put your headphones on and listen to English. Not loudly, not with pressure, just as a soft background. And your brain is listening even if you don't feel it. Another moment. You are at home doing something simple, maybe washing dishes, maybe organizing your desk. You play English again. And this time, you catch one word, then another, and that is enough. You don't need to stop your activity. You don't need to sit and study. You are mixing English with your life. That is the key. Now, let's do a small shadowing moment together. Listen first. I listen to English in small moments. Now repeat. I listen to English in small moments. Good. Again, a little slower. I listen to English in small moments. Now you? Very nice. One more sentence. Every day I give my brain some English. Listen. Every day I give my brain some English. Now repeat. Every day I give my brain some English. Perfect. And remember this. It is not about doing a lot. It is about doing a little, often. Even 2 minutes is not small. It is a step. It is movement. It is progress. And when you repeat this, day after day, something changes. English is no longer something extra. It becomes part of your day, part of your routine, part of you. Even if it feels slow, you are moving forward more than you think. Let's continue. Way number 2. Repeat out loud, even if it feels strange. Not in your head, with your voice. This is very important, because many learners understand English, but they don't speak it. Their mind knows the words, but their mouth is not trained. And when the moment comes to speak, everything feels blocked, slow, uncomfortable. So we change that with a simple action. You repeat out loud, even if it is quiet, even if it is not perfect, even if you feel a little silly. This is normal. At the beginning, it always feels a little strange, but this feeling disappears, and something new replaces it. Confidence. Now, How can you do this in your daily life? Let's imagine a moment. You are alone, maybe in your room, maybe in the bathroom, maybe walking outside. You hear a sentence, and instead of only listening, you repeat it softly. You don't need to speak loudly, just enough for your mouth to move. Another moment. You are listening to English, and you pause. You take one sentence, and you say it again. Slowly. You feel the words. You feel the rhythm. You feel how your mouth moves. And this creates a connection between your ears and your voice. That connection is very powerful. Now, let's practice together. Listen first. I speak English, even if it is not perfect. Now repeat. I speak English, even if it is not perfect. Good. Again, a little slower. I speak English, even if it is not perfect. Now you. Very nice. Another one. My voice is learning with every sentence. Listen. My voice is learning with every sentence. Now repeat. My voice is learning with every sentence. Perfect. And one more. I don't wait to be ready. I start now. Listen. I don't wait to be ready. I start now. Now you. I don't wait to be ready. I start now. Excellent. And remember this. You are not practicing to sound perfect. You are practicing to feel comfortable, to feel natural, to feel free. Even small repetition helps a lot. Even one sentence, repeated many times, creates progress. And slowly, your voice becomes stronger. Your sentences become smoother. Your fear becomes smaller. So don't stay silent. Use your voice. Even in small moments, even in simple sentences. Because every time you speak, you are building your English more than you think. Let's continue. Way number 3. Connect English to unusual parts of your real day. Not only your study time. Not only your English moment. I mean the quiet spaces, the hidden spaces, the little corners of your day that most people ignore. Why is this important? Because when English only lives in one place, it stays weak. It stays separate. It feels like a school subject. But when English enters different parts of your life, it becomes flexible, alive. It begins to follow you, and that is when fluency grows faster. So let's make this practical. Imagine you are opening a window in the morning. The air comes in, the street is waking up, a dog barks somewhere far away, a motorcycle passes, and in that small moment you say one sentence in English. Maybe something very simple. The air feels fresh today. Listen again. The air feels fresh today. Now repeat after me. The air feels fresh today. Good. That is English in a real moment. Not from a book, from your life. Or maybe you are looking for your keys and they are not where you want them to be. This happens to everyone. And instead of thinking in your first language, you make a small English sentence. Where did I put my keys? Listen. Where did I put my keys? Now say it with me slowly. Where did I put my keys? Very good. This kind of practice is powerful because it connects English with memory, movement, emotion, and real situations. Now let's imagine another moment. You are heating food and you are waiting for 1 minute. Not enough time for a full lesson, but enough time for one sentence. Enough time for one breath. Enough time for one small repetition. You can say, I have 1 minute, and I can still practice. Now repeat. I have 1 minute, and I can still practice. Excellent. You see, the problem is often not time. The problem is that we ignore small time, but small time is real time. And if you use it well, it can completely change your learning. Let me give you another kind of example. Not the usual walking, cooking, or cleaning. Let's go somewhere more specific. Imagine you are in a small elevator, maybe with one other person, maybe alone. You look at the numbers change. 3, 4, 5. That moment can become English. You can quietly say, I am going up, or it is a quiet morning, or even, I feel calm right now. These are tiny sentences, but tiny sentences are not weak. Tiny sentences are the bricks of fluency. Small brick, small brick, small brick. And one day you look back and there is a wall, a strong wall, a real wall, your English wall. Now, another very useful thing, connect English to objects around you, not in a boring way, not like a child pointing at random things. Do it with meaning. For example, if your glasses are on the table, don't only think glasses. Make a living sentence. My glasses are next to my notebook. If your jacket is wet because of light rain, say, my jacket is still wet. If your phone battery is low, say, my phone is almost dead. These are the kinds of sentences people really use. Daily English, natural English, English that lives in the world around you. And when you practice with real objects, real situations, and real feelings, your brain remembers more. Because it has a reason. Because the sentence belongs to a moment. Now, let's do a short shadowing flow together. Just listen and repeat. My English can live inside my day. Now you. My English can live inside my day. Good. Again. My English can live inside my day. Very nice. Next sentence. Small moments are enough for real practice. Listen. Small moments are enough for real practice. Now, repeat. Small moments are enough for real practice. Excellent. One more. I can use English in quiet, simple moments. Listen. I can use English in quiet, simple moments. Now you. I can use English in quiet, simple moments. Perfect. Now, I want to say something important. Please do not wait for perfect energy. Please do not wait for the perfect mood. Please do not think, today was messy, so I cannot practice. Messy days are real days. Busy days are real days. Strange days are real days. And your English can grow inside real days. Not only beautiful, organized, perfect days. Maybe today you forgot to practice in the morning. That's okay. Maybe the afternoon felt heavy. That's okay too. Maybe tonight you only repeat one sentence before bed. That still counts. It all counts, because the goal is not to build a perfect student. The goal is to become a person who returns to English again and again. That is a different identity, a stronger identity. Now, before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Which way feels most natural for your life so far? The small listening moments, the speaking out loud, or using English in unusual parts of your day? You can leave a simple comment below. Even a short comment helps. And I always enjoy seeing which ideas connect with you most. Also, stay with me until the end, because the final idea brings everything together in a very practical way, and it may become your most useful daily habit of all. So keep going with me. You are doing well. Even now, just by listening carefully, just by repeating, just by staying here, you are training your English. And that matters more than you think. Way number 4. Create small English reactions in your mind and voice. Not long conversations, not perfect sentences, just small reactions. Why is this important? Because real communication is not only about long sentences. It is about quick reactions, simple thoughts, natural responses. When something happens, you react, and if you can start reacting in English, even in small ways, you begin to think in English without pressure. Now, let's make this very real. Imagine you hear a loud sound outside, a sudden noise. Your natural reaction might be something like, "What was that?" Listen. "What was that?" Now repeat. "What was that?" Good. That is a reaction. Short, real, useful. Or imagine you try something and it works. Maybe your phone starts working again. Maybe your internet returns. You can say, "Oh, it works now." Listen. "Oh, it works now." Now you, "Oh, it works now." Very nice. Another situation. You are watching something and you feel surprised. You can say, "That's interesting." Listen. "That's interesting." Now repeat. "That's interesting." Good. These are not big sentences, but they are powerful because they are alive. They connect to your emotions. They connect to real moments, and your brain remembers them better. Now, this last way is very special because we can expand it into small daily actions. Very small, very simple, but very effective. Let's start with one idea. When you wake up, say one sentence in English. Before you check your phone, before you speak to anyone, just one sentence. For example, "Today feels different." Listen. "Today feels different." Now repeat. "Today feels different." Good. Or maybe something like, "I want to stay calm today." Listen. "I want to stay calm today." Now you, "I want to stay calm today." Very nice. This is a micro habit. Small, but powerful. Another one. When you finish something, say it in English. You finish your meal. You finish a task. You finish a message. You can say, "I'm done." Listen. "I'm done." Now repeat. "I'm done." Good. This creates a loop. Start English. Finish English. Another micro habit. When you feel something, name it in English. Not every feeling. Just sometimes. You feel tired. I feel tired. You feel relaxed. I feel relaxed. Listen. I feel relaxed. Now repeat. I feel relaxed. Good. This connects English to your emotions. And that makes it stronger, more personal, more real. Another small action. At night, before you sleep, say one simple sentence about your day. Not a long story, just one line. "Today was a long day." Listen. "Today was a long day." Now repeat. "Today was a long day." Perfect. And one more idea. When you make a small decision, use English. For example, "I'll do it now." Listen. "I'll do it now." Now you, "I'll do it now." Very nice. You see what is happening. English is not something far away. It is not only in videos, or books, or classes. It is inside your day, inside your thoughts, inside your reactions. And these small micro habits create a bridge. A bridge between your life and English. You don't need to change your life. You just change small moments inside it. And that changes everything. Let's keep going. Now, let's go a little deeper with this last idea, because this is where everything starts to connect. Using English in small reactions and daily microhabits is powerful. But when you combine many of these small actions together, something changes inside you. English stops being something you practice and becomes something you live. So let's expand this in a very simple, natural way. Imagine your phone. You look at your phone many times every day. Instead of only scrolling, you can create a small English moment. For example, when you open your notes, write one short sentence, not a paragraph, not something perfect, just one sentence. Today I feel a little slow. Or, I want to focus for 1 hour. Listen, I want to focus for 1 hour. Now repeat. I want to focus for 1 hour. Good. This takes less than 1 minute, but it builds a connection. Another simple action: use your voice, but in a different way. Record a short message for yourself. Just 30 seconds. You don't need to send it to anyone. You just speak and listen. Maybe you say, "Right now I am sitting near a window. The light is soft." Listen. Right now I am sitting near a window. The light is soft. Now you. Right now I am sitting near a window. The light is soft. Very nice. When you hear your own voice, something important happens. You start to accept your English. You stop waiting for a perfect version of yourself, and you begin to use what you already have. Another small habit: change small parts of your environment into English. Not everything, just small things. For example, if you have a to-do list, write one task in English. Send the email. Listen. Send the email. Now repeat. Send the email. Good. Or maybe, clean the table. Listen. Clean the table. Now you. Clean the table. These are real actions. And now they have English inside them. Another idea: use short content, but interact with it. Not only watch. Repeat. Pause. Say one sentence again. Even if it feels slow, even if it breaks the flow, that is okay. Because you are not only consuming English, you are building it. You are shaping it. You are making it yours. Now, let's bring this into a small flow, a simple day. You wake up, one sentence. You see your phone, one sentence. You do something, one reaction. You finish something, one sentence. You rest. You listen. You repeat one line. At night, one final sentence. This is not a big system. This is not a difficult plan. This is a rhythm, a natural rhythm. And when you follow this rhythm, English stays with you, quietly, softly, but constantly. Let's do a final shadowing moment here. Listen. English can be part of my normal day. Now repeat. English can be part of my normal day. Good. Again. English can be part of my normal day. Very nice. Next sentence. I don't need more time. I need small moments. Listen. I don't need more time. I need small moments. Now you. I don't need more time. I need small moments. Excellent. And one more. I use what I have, and I grow step by step. Listen. I use what I have, and I grow step by step. Now repeat. I use what I have, and I grow step by step. Perfect. And now, take a moment. Think about your day. Not a perfect day. Your real day. Where can English live? 1 moment. 2 moments. 3 moments. That is enough. You don't need more. You just need to begin. And continue. Now, let's bring everything together. Take a slow breath. You don't need to remember every sentence. You don't need to do everything perfectly. Just stay with the feeling of what we did today. We talked about something very simple, but very powerful. You can improve your English with small daily actions. Not big effort, not perfect conditions. Just small, real moments inside your normal life. You listen in short moments. You repeat with your voice. You connect English to real situations. You react in simple ways. And you build small habits that follow you during the day. And all of this creates something important. Consistency, not intensity. Consistency. And here is your secret sentence for today. Listen carefully. Small daily moments create real English fluency. Listen again. Small daily moments create real English fluency. Now repeat. Small daily moments create real English fluency. Good. This is your idea, your anchor. When you feel lost, come back to this. Now, let's make it even more real. Think about small actions you already do every day. Maybe you check your phone. Maybe you say good morning to someone. Maybe you write a short message. Maybe you watch something for a few minutes. You don't need to change your life. You can change the language inside those actions. Instead of thinking in your first language, try one sentence in English. Instead of writing everything in your language, write one line in English. Instead of watching passively, repeat one sentence. This is how English becomes part of your identity. Not just something you study, something you use, something you live, something that belongs to you. And little by little, you stop saying, I am learning English, and you start feeling, I am a person who uses English. That is a big shift, a quiet shift, but a powerful one. And I want you to know something. If you are here, if you are listening, if you are repeating, if you are trying, you are already on the path. Even if it feels slow, even if it feels imperfect, you are moving. And I am proud of you. Really. So keep going. Stay with Daily English Whisper. Come back to these moments. Listen again. Repeat again. Live English, little by little. If you enjoyed this episode, you can subscribe to the channel. That way, you can continue building your English with me, step by step. And remember, you don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to continue. I'm Max, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and keep going.